Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. We're now going to be doing stage 13 of Build Kit from the Knightrider series. Okay, so stage 13, so we've got a couple more stages to do, so we've got 13 and 14 to do. So we're going to do 13 today, 14 tomorrow. So with this one, we're continuing work on the left wheel arch, we're adding a couple more components on there. I'm going to be actually sticking this onto the actual chassis as well. But if you want to get this for yourself, you can head on over to fanhome.com. I will put links down in the description down below, and you can go ahead and subscribe to this for yourself. So let me show you the parts we get and what we're doing. So these are the parts we get here. As you can see, we get some parts to make the shock absorbers and the windscreen washer bottle. So let's flip to the page that shows us exactly what we're doing. So yeah, there's all your components there. Make sure that they are in the actual packaging. So what we're going to do is we're going to start assembling the shock absorber first. We're going to be putting these parts down at here, so that's ready to go on. And yeah, basically we end up down here, and then we can put the washer tank bottom on there. And then we're going to just be adding these two parts on, adding the caps on, and then we can actually attach it down onto the actual chassis itself, just there. Not trying to remember to put our spring in as well. We're going to secure that just down there, and then we're going to put some screws, some EM screws, just down there and on there. And by the end of this one, we should be left with something that looks a little like that. Okay, so this one is an exciting one because I get to put this wheel arch on the actual chassis. I've got the chassis just down here next to me. So without further ado, let's jump in and start building. Okay, so starting off with this part here, just making sure that that does have an L just underneath there. You want the one with the L because we're doing the left wheel arch. You do not want the one on the right. So with the parts facing the actual battery, you're going to want this part here. So we're going to have it this way up, and we're going to have this little part with a little square cut out facing the actual battery. That's just going to fit down there just like that. And we're going to put 3 GM screws in these 3 holes here, and that's going to secure that on there for us. Let's get the first of these GM screws in. Does get a little tight, just back it up and then go back in again. Or you can use some sort of oil as lubricant or something if you wanted to. Let's get the second one in. There we are, last one now. There we are, that is that on there. Now we can take this little rod part here, we've got to turn this over, and we do have a key notch part there. We're going to be fitting this in there, so that's going to go in there, just sit in there just like so. And then we've got to make sure that's in there, turn that over, and then we can put an MM screw, which is the one with the flange, in the top there. So let's grab that, try and get that on my screwdriver, and go through the top. This might be a little hard to hold as we do it. Put a bit of pressure on the back, making sure that that is still in there. So let's get that back on. Get nice and tight. That should sit there, something like that. Mine is a little loose. I'm sure that it might be supposed to be loose, but it's as tight as I can get that. But yeah, that is a little loose in there, but it might be just because we're doing the actual shock absorber. Next, we can take these two parts here, and basically what we're going to be doing is just going to be placing them over the top just like that. That's the first part. Second part is going straight over the top just like so, making sure we get it the right way round. We're going to turn that over. We're going to put a CP screw for this hole just here. So starting our CP screw off, down through the bottom, secure that all the way down. You know if you've got this sat on the right way because it'll match the curve of the wheel arch just like so. Okay, now we're going to be putting a couple of caps on. So you're going to want this one first, and this one's going to get dropped down in there. It does have a D cut out shape on the back, and just like to match this, so you can't put it in the wrong one. So So it's going to get pushed down onto there, just like that. Take the second cap, and that's just going to get pushed into the part where we just put the last screw, just like so. Okay, so now the part where we're going to actually attach this to our chassis. So I've brought the chassis in. Right, we're going to need the spring over the top of that part just in there. We're going to try and lower that into the corresponding hole that we've got just here. So let's get that in. Nice. And then we're going to be securing that down to there. So we're going to want an EM screw in this hole here and this hole here. I'm pressuring that down because the spring's trying to push it back up, but I'm holding it down so it doesn't come out of place. So let's get this one in. So I can let go of that now. Get the second one in. There we are. Now if we turn this upside down, we can find our next hole. So there's going to be an EM screw going just down here into this hole here, and I believe there is another one just here as well. So we're going to get the one in the wheel arch first, just here. That's that one, and one at the front here as well. It's the last screw of this issue. Ooh, turn that round so it's facing me, make it a bit easier to screw in. And there we are. That is stage 13 all complete, and we've got a wheel arch on there. That looks impressive. So yeah, really happy with that. So coming up next issue, we're starting on the right wheel arch. So there you are, guys. That is stage 13 all complete. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was quite a nice one to do, that one. Some of the metal screws were a little tight getting them in, but I just backed them off and went in again. If you want to, you can use some oil, some 3-in-1 oil or something like that, or some WD-40, just to put some lubricant in there and help thread it in a bit better. But yeah, I found backing it up and then going back in just the job just as well. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, please remember to leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.